Hi everybody, this is IFB Pro Dr. Mark the Shark Smith coming to you. It's been a little while since I've done Have a Cigar, my backyard segment. Not that I've been ceasing smoking, it's just haven't really been thinking about too much of the segment portion of it. But anyway, I'm back and wanted to discuss a specific topic that I discuss in my courses a lot and intertwining a lot of my leadership styles, philosophies, and things of that nature. It's not a captivating thing to discuss, but it is something that's very, very tried and true, and it's honesty. Now, it's a simple thing to say, but it takes a lot of weight, and it holds a lot of weight when you're trying to be completely transparent and trying to motivate and elevate people to do things that you would like them to do, and to rally behind you, and to be inspired by you, and actually believe the things that you say you're going to do. Honesty is a simple thing that many people say that they can do, but a lot of times it's not always conducive to everybody. I myself hold a standard to myself that I'm always transparent and honest, even if it does hurt feelings or you might not like what I say or hear. But it's easier and better for you to be completely transparent and honest than it is to lie and to make things up and to fabricate things, because that's just going to compile and cause even more strife and issues and drama and potential problems down the line. Not to mention that you become not a person of your word, and people will not take what you say seriously, and you will have no merit to getting people to do anything that you want them to actually do or to respond to you in any way, shape, or form, because they don't believe anything you say. And when it comes to leadership, it's a cornerstone, and it's a very important thing that you need to do. Starts with any leader taking a leadership role to motivate and inspire, and to get people to actually take you at your word. You need to actually hold to it. You say what you are going to do, and you do it. Those are very simple things. You don't make promises you can't keep. You don't lie. You don't hold things from them, and you're completely transparent. If they ask you a question, you give them the answer that you're supposed to, which is an honest, upfront answer, and the truth is as much as that you know. And that's simplicity of it. Now, many leaders that I've mentored and seen over the years that don't have some of the qualities that many others, the charisma, the motivational speeches, the ability to speak in front of crowds, the interpersonal communications and the emotional intelligence that go with it, honesty, integrity will go a longer way with that. The most charismatic people in the world, if they're not truthful and they lie and they fabricate, it's only going to take them so far before people start to read through their bullshit. It happens all the time. That's what they used to call demigods and fake prophets. People that basically just blew smoke up asses until people figured out that they were full of shit. And leadership is no different. If you don't back what you say, and you don't do what you say, and you don't follow through with the things that you say you're going to do, then no one's going to take you seriously. And how would they? Why would you take someone seriously that says they're going to do something and then just doesn't do it? Follow through is big. Honesty's big. And if you can't do these things, then there's something ingrainedly wrong with you personally, and you need to actually kind of take some time to figure that thing out. Whether or not you're not happy with your own personal self, or that you feel like you have to fabricate and make things up to elicit a better response, or to make yourself feel better about your current situation, I always say own it. No matter if you're in a great situation, bad situation, we all go through life differently. I am successful and happy today, but that wasn't always the case. I had my trials and tribulations. I had to go through positions and jobs that I didn't like, and I had to feel it out, and I've been in some rough situations and gone through a lot of distress in my life. But I never sugarcoated it. I never made it out to sound like this was this wonderful grandeur thing. If I hated what I was doing for a living, I was very adamant in saying that. I never made it out to sound like my job was greater than it really was, because it wasn't. It was probably shit. And that's just being honest and transparent and talking through it. Now, to take that back to leadership and motivation and tactics that you need to, like I said, I've mentored leaders, and I pretty much pound in the heads of all my students that you don't have to be this Vince Lombardi speech writing awesome person to be a wonderful leader. You have to be a caring, integrity based individual that's honest, truthful, and just follows through with the shit that they say they're going to do. People aspire to that. You don't have to be a great talker. You don't have to be doing TED Talks and come out and have these charismatic, beautiful speeches that get everyone rallied. That's a skill set some people have and some people don't, but that doesn't make them better leaders than others. The ability to do what they say they're going to do and follow through and care, it matters more. I would rather work for and be under somebody that always has my back, that is honest. If I ask them a question, they give me a transparent answer. They don't sugarcoat shit. And I know that where I stand with them at all point in time. Than somebody that would always be able to pretty much get me all excited about the next venture, but be completely shallow and not transparent about what was really going on in their intentions. I don't want to work for somebody that's selfish, and I don't want to work for somebody that's going to lie to me. Nor do I want to be in a relationship or around anybody in that situation. You don't want friends like that. You know, you got to kind of distance yourself from relatives that are like that, because these people are not conducive to your environment. And leadership is the same way. And if you're trying to motivate people and inspire people, how are you going to do that if you can't even be honest with yourself? You can't really care for anybody if you're not honest and caring for yourself. And so I know this might sound like a very simple thing to do, but it actually is not for many. I mean, like I said, I hold myself to a certain standard. Not everybody does that. And there's a reason. Whatever reason it is, it's their own. And they have to figure that shit out. But if you want to be a very solid, great leader, that has to be a thing. Like I said, you can hone in the skill sets. You can become a great motivational speaker. You can have all the right trigger words, and you can know how to read people and say and do the right stuff. But in the end, you have to have the best, better intentions, and you have to be the one that's being honest and truthful and straightforward. Because at some point in time, that kind of like fake-ass house that you're building is going to fall apart when the wind blows and someone kind of stands their ground and starts pushing against it. That's why integrity and honesty matter. Because if what you say is not true, someone's going to figure that shit out. And when they do, it's going to make it very, very bad for you as a leader. You probably have all had experiences in the past where you've had leadership managers, a person in your life, that kind of just like lies to you. And just like doesn't tell you the truth, or maybe hints past it, or kind of is ambiguous about the way they answer things, or they kind of always embellish things. We all have those friends, right? And people in our lives that just overly have to either know somebody better, or they're just embellishers or the one-uppers type situations, right? How much would you really want to work for, or be motivated, or lead, or be around that person for long periods of time? Fuck no. And that just goes with it. Like, it's not I always kind of dumb it down and say, like, leadership is based on just giving a shit and being a good person. Good people are honest. They don't lie. They might not tell you everything that you want to hear, and they might not say things that you always like, but they're not going to lie to you. And you can take that to heart. They might piss you off here and there. You might like get strained of a bit of a relationship because of the stuff they say that's very honest and straightforward. But you're not going to, you appreciate that over time. And you would rather have that than somebody that's just going to lie to you. Because in the end, what's that going to do? You don't know that person's intentions. You don't agree with their word. You don't know what their standards are, what they're looking to do. So a big, big push and a very, very big cornerstone and ability to be a leader, motivator, inspiration, anything of that matter, is you have to be honest. You just do. And transparent. You can't hold things from people. You can't lie to people. You can't fabricate stuff. Because, again, you're building a house of cards. It's going to fall. You build it out of bricks with solid foundations of character, integrity, and honesty. That solidarity will be there forever. The same friends and family that you've had for 10, 20, 25 years. I still have the same people in my life that I've had for fucking 25 years. They're always going to be there. Because I don't bullshit them. They don't bullshit me. We have good relationships. The people I've worked with in the past, I still have stable relationships and solidarity with them too. It just works that way. Good people gravitate to good people, and they keep those relationships going. In the end, it always works. So this is me having my cigar in my tranquil backyard telling you, be honest, be transparent, own who you are and where you are in life. Nobody's going to fault you for that. And try the true methods to go through it. Great people gravitate to great people. Genuine people have genuine people in their lives. Your life will be more enriching, better, and less grief. So, trust me, I'm a doctor. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful night.